It's me. Sorry I'm late. We had crocodiles having happy, sexy fun time, and people were asking questions, but we're here now. So, hello, everybody. It looks like Linda was the first person in the room, so Linda gets to pick the topic. What are we doing, Linda? I'll wait. I mean, don't make me talk about the weather. I can invite guests. I'm looking at that right there. What are we doing? Where are we going? Having some fun now. Yes, I am. Actually, let me shut the door. That's what's going on over here. Hang on. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so Linda said S&M. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so have you ever heard of that store? We don't know what store that is. I don't know. I'm missing the piece here. Sorry. What did I miss? Dirty jokes. I could probably do those all day long. Let's see. Since we are substituting for Captain Jack today, um, I guess the only dirty joke that I really know off the top of my head is um, oh, I got to think about that. I don't even have one. My brains are outside today because I've been working outside for 9, 10 hours, something like that. Um, nope, I'm out. I gotta think about it. You're gonna have to give me a minute. Hit me with something different so I can use that other side of my brain, and then I'll come up with a dirty joke. Because all I've got at this point in time, I hate to say it because I've been on the boat with kids all day. All I got is dad jokes stored up in my head, which are really no fun for adults. I can tell you about the weather. It is 81 degrees. It is sunny here. Okay. And it's a little windy. So we did have some fun stuff over the bay. I'm on the bay side today. That's why I set this for 7 o'clock. So the water was sloshing around a little bit. We did see dolphin. We did see manatee. We did see great blue heron. We did see great white heron. We did see crocodiles. We saw crocodiles doing the fun stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm still looking at these things. I have no idea what the store S&M is. Man, I am. What's wrong with me? Did I miss something? Mark says food. Okay, well, food is good because Queso and I have not eaten yet. But once we get done with this podcast, we're going to probably what we can do. We're going to put chicken in the instant pot, and we're going to add some yellow rice. We're going to let it cook up for about 20 minutes, and then when that's done, I'm going to take that chicken out, chop it up. He gets some, I get some. Take that yellow rice. I'll probably add either black beans or pinto beans, and then a little bit of cheese, and just throw it all into a tortilla. Eat dinner, and then go right to bed because tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning I got to do it again. So that was it. Food is good. We're gonna have a very simple meal tonight. I think that's probably the right thing. I didn't have a chance to even eat today. I had a little breakfast, and then I ran on the boat. I did not even have time for lunch. What are you doing? All right, come here. There you go. No time for lunch. We just went one tour to the next tour to the next tour, and then that was the end of that. So beans and rice, my favorite. Yeah, that's why I'm going to put in the chicken too. So why did the pervert cross the road? Because he couldn't get his dick out of a chicken. All right, I've gone too far already. No, you have not gone too far. You have gone just 2 steps into Funland. So keep going, man. Have a ball. Go for it. Whew. All right. So that's going to be my dinner tonight, and it shouldn't take very long to cook. And then again, tomorrow I start this all over again and 9:30. My week is weird. Okay. So those of you trying to find me, what are you doing? Tuesday and Wednesday are my days off this week. Okay. So usually it's Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. or Thursday, Friday. Now it's today, this week it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and then next week I'm going to be working probably about 9 days in a row. Some people need some time. Hi, Nancy Drew. People need some time off. They have to do something. So next week I'll be working from, let's see, next Thursday until probably the following Thursday. So I won't get any time. Oh, no. And then on that Thursday, I'm working again because I'm picking up some overtime, which is why I haven't been doing morning videos. And then I will probably be off on Friday. And then we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, it's been, picking up some overtime here and there. So in the morning, sometimes I don't have time for a video. I'm running in to take care of something at work at like 7:30, and then I'm running back here until like 9:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I run back here, and then I get my shower, get dressed, and then I run back to work until 9:30 or 8:30 or whatever it happens to be. So I'm going to try to get back to my regularly scheduled videos. However, you have to understand it's just I'm just trying to pull a little bit extra time for a little extra money. But since Nancy's in the room, what do we want to talk about, Nancy? It's your turn. Come on. Okay, that's good. Because they wanted me to mention some store I've never heard of. I'm clueless. So I can't help with that. We talked about the weather. We talked about dinner. So what's up, Nancy? Where do you want to go with this? Come on. Don't make me just sit around. I'll start pushing these buttons. Like this is banner. I have no idea what a banner is. I have no clue. Oh, okay, now I know what it is. All right, so now I know what a banner is. Perhaps I should not have gotten home at 6:55 and only had 5 minutes to set up, then tried to use my computer here to set up for what I was doing, and then it turns out it wouldn't reach StreamYard. It took too long. I had to back off, grab my phone, so lots of fun. But that's okay. It seems to work well on the phone. This is a pretty well done application. I'm starting to learn more about it as I use it, which is a good thing. Okay. So, okay. So here we are. We've been watching. Sorry about my hair, guys. We've been watching crocodiles do the happy love dance. We've been watching ospreys chicks grow very quickly because they're getting ready to leave. Right, they're going to be leaving in about a month or so, so they got to get real big. Um, what else did we see? No baby crocodiles in the last couple of days. Okay. Haven't seen the baby crocodile that we usually see in a couple of days. Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday. We'll see. Uh, the big 14-footer I sure saw. The 8-foot female I saw. That's all working out just fine, right, Queso? Queso saw the 8-foot female, didn't you? Yeah, Linda got a picture of that. She got to see a picture of what that looks like. Fortunately, I don't know how to display a picture through this, so I just have to cope with it as I stand. But yeah, Linda did actually see a picture of the 8-foot crocodile that was across the street from me. So that makes things a little more interesting and fun, right? You like that? I just got in brother's fourth wedding. Maybe that's why anyone would call me a crazy. Yes, I would say that's pretty crazy. Although, send us pictures. You probably look gorgeous when you're gussied up. So, hey, we'll wait for that. How long is crocodile gestation? About 70 to 90 days. Those eggs have to be, they are laid, and then 70 days or so later, that's when they hatch. And then what happens is mom crocodiles are horrible. Okay. They for about 3 weeks. They watch their young for about 3 weeks, and then they're out of there. They just goodbye. Where alligators watch their young for 3 years. Let's see. I think we should talk about Linda Barker's love interest. Me, oh come on, I need to be someone's love interest. We all love you, Hitch Up and South, just in our own different and special ways. That's it. Let's be honest. We're all happy campers here. We all enjoy each other. I love queso. I do. I got a huge snort. Did you guys hear that? You want to be on camera again? You want to be on the camera? Come here. Come here. We'll just keep showing them until somebody says, "Oh, that's fine." Um, and let's face it, Hitch up until you, of course, everybody has to be someone's love. I don't have any interest in nobody's looking at me, right? So I'm good to go. Um, a free agent on for teams nobody wants. I think that's fine. I'm perfectly content that way, and that's going to be okay. But other than that, let's see where else can we go? We got Nancy Drew, who is again going to get gussied up for a wedding, fourth wedding. Oh gosh, I did miss that. Um, please send us pictures of you all gussied up. We would like to see them. We'll do wolf whistles. We'll snap our fingers. It'll be fun. Okay. I love everyone. Uh, I love everyone. That's a huge order. Not for me, but that is a huge order. Uh, you're a better person than I am. Let's put it that way. 20 questions, Linda. Oh, we're gonna play 20 questions. Oh, with Nancy Drew and Linda. Hey, come here. Hey. This might be moving into an adult centric conversation, son. We may have to put you down. Okay. Now, Mark does not have a dirty mind. He has a normal mind. It's just a little, well, closer to mine. So I really have nowhere to go with this. He's perfectly fine, and I'm happy. He and I love to finish each other's jokes, which is great. I'm still working on the dirty joke for you guys, okay? Oh, God, I am so thirsty today. Okay, so let's see. Nancy, you go first. Come on, Nancy, you're up. Let's go. Well, hey, you know what? Let's do a three-way. You come up with your 20 questions. You have to ask Linda, and then I'll answer two. So that way you get two answers from two different people. We spin it around. We do it again. That sounds like fun. Not so much guess the channel as much as guess what's on your mind, which after watching Crocodiles for the last 3 or 4 days, doing what they're doing, I think everybody knows what's on their mind. They are it is not a perfect species. They are older than time. I mean, 350 million years, they haven't had to evolve. And the fun part about female crocodiles, since we're having this open conversation, when it comes down to mating, the female has to do all the work. All of it. As far as I can be concerned, that's an interesting switch. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it, Linda. So of course, I got Mark's attention. His ears are burning right now. That's why we said it. So, and one of my wives uh, did ask me once if I wanted to have two girls in bed, and I said to her, "Why would I send two people home disappointed? That's just so sad." That over there, I don't know what that's from. Okay. We're waiting for questions. It is much better when when we're all participating together. Let's go, guys. I'm surprised we haven't seen some of the other regular cast of characters. I'm surprised Timmy's not here, right? I'm surprised I haven't seen Tom Johnson. I don't know if Lucky Dog went with Jack or not, but if not, it'd be nice if he popped in. All right. So let's see. I can read our comments. Okay, so this is all working out pretty good. Yeah. The problem right now is we know that Hitch Up and Toe is his brain's working overtime, where mine is just kind of mellow right now. A little sweaty. Like I said, I've got the windows open, but it's supposed to go down to 68 tonight. So as far as I can be concerned, that's comfy cozy by me. So I'll probably leave the windows open for quite a while. All right. So let's see. What else can we talk about? I was on a boat today. Lucky Dog lives in Florida. Yes, I'm aware of that. Never comes down here. He never calls. He never writes. It's like I don't exist. That's it. Someday he will stumble in, and we will be happy with him. So let's see. Uh, I was dealing with children today. Okay, and there you go. Sorry about that. I was dealing with kids today, and they were hitting me with a lot of questions. So that was kind of fun. It was like being back in the classroom again, except they were smarter and they weren't asking dumb questions. So that was kind of nice for me. And we saw some stuff, like I said, nice, manatee. We saw dolphin, the standard, the customer, the crocodiles, great blue heron, all the things we usually see. So it was a good day. What did the guy say when he got caught? It's not what it looks like. I like it. It's not what it looks like. You know what? I did have that happen once. I did have a lady friend that she was a little aggressive. Okay. And she got a little randy, right? And came to the point where it was time for me to take off my pants, and my wallet fell out of my front pocket as I was removing my clothing. She looked down at the wallet and she said, "I thought it would be bigger." Well, that failed. All right. Well, we tried. We tried our best, and it's better than no trying at all. Uh, what else do we? What else have we accomplished? Is I'm trying to keep up with Hitch Up and Tell here, so we're trying to figure this out. Nope, it'll have to come to me. Come here. What do you want? What do you want? You hope she was looking at the wallet. Oh, oh yeah, she was looking at the wallet. It's just the way that it goes. Everything else is you get what you get and you don't get upset, right? Thank God I can cook. That's all I can say. So there's Queso. We got him hanging around. We're still trying to figure out his dinner. Like I say, he'll probably have the chicken. Like, right? Come on back here. He probably is telling me he has to go tinkle again, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be cool with it. No, we are not going to set up a little mat for you. If you really need to go, we will set up a mat for you, right? But no. Let's see. So yeah, today was all right. I'll give it a 90 out of 100. That was a good way to do our day today. Uh, but I don't know where else to go with that because you guys are really having a hard time coming up with stuff to talk about. We need some help here. What are we going to do? What do you want to do? Yeah. All right. He says nothing. Try the chicken, queso. Chicken's not ready. It's still in the fridge. I got to when I get off the podcast, I'm going to put it into the instant pot. I'm just going to put in half a cup of yellow rice. I'm going to add the chicken and just little garlic, no onion, nothing crazy. Maybe a little adobo, and then just let it cook for 20 minutes. It's going to be fine. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But Queso's not eating until I eat, right? And that's what we're going to do. So let's see. What else could we talk about today? It's been the business today is getting slower, right? I think the most people I had on the boat today for a Saturday on the bay side was maybe 30 people. Tell me how long it takes between crocs doing the sexy fun stuff and the crocs hatching. About, let's see, they lay their eggs. They mate and then they lay their eggs approximately 4 days, 5 days after that. So say 75 days. Okay. Um, and again, I will say one more time, female crocodiles have to do all the work. They have to entice the male. Other than that, the male just is like, I don't care. They have to do all the work to get all that process started. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. And I'm like, that's a switch. What do you call a smiling Roman soldier piece of hair stuck in his head? A gladiator. Yes, I've heard of that one. That's really, really good. Uh, the bottom end of that is it tastes like chicken. I mean, that's wait, I crossed that line. I'm sorry, I crossed the line. I crossed the line. So there you have it. What else did we do? What other bits of fun did we have today? Not much. I haven't seen an alligator in a while, and that makes sense. It's a dry season. Um, we did see the 8-foot female. Okay, we did see another smaller male. I did see a huge flock of ibis. Okay. I want to be a crocodile. Well, they are very low energy predators. Okay, they really are. I mean, they don't move. They'll find a spot. They'll sit there for hours. I mean, they'll just hang out. They only eat like once a week, you know. But yeah, yeah, man, I was just very surprised. I had to actually go back to the textbooks. So, is there a croc mating season? Yes, and the answer is now. Okay, somewhere around February and March is when this happens. So they're sometimes earlier, sometimes later, because we have seen some baby crocodile. But so around mid-April, May, we're going to start seeing more baby crocodile. But right about now we're near the tail end of their mating season. So, but yeah, I was very surprised to see that the females have to do all the work, and the guys are just hanging out, just going, What a refreshing change, right? What a good switch that is. And nobody has to look at the size of anybody's wallet. I agree. So, come on, let's go. We don't have a format today. We're just a plate of scrambled eggs. You know, I'm still trying to come up with a dirty joke. I'm still trying to work on that. One that I can say because I can't. The two or three that are loaded in my brain, I can't say it. I can't even type them. They're awful. They're very, 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 very bad. I'm still trying to figure out the store that you guys are talking about. I'm still not bright on that. And that, other than that, all I can say is, hey, weird stuff. I can talk random stuff like I had to order another bag because the bag I use for work is now almost 10 years old and it's starting to fall apart. And it's lived its life, and now it's time to move to another one. More vitamins. Ordered more vitamins. I know that's exciting as heck. Queso is a happy kid. He's gone out. He's come back in. And today was just an overall very good day to hang around. You want to go back down? Put you back down. You're getting sweaty. You're getting sweaty. So, yeah, this is crocodile mating season. Alligator mating season is a little bit set off. It's toward May, June, a little more May before the summertime happens. And so what they'll do is they'll go out and do that. Why can't Miss Piggy count to 70 times? There's a little frog stuck in her throat. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. I mean, the only time I've ever had that particular uh, situation, it was a 62. Okay. And that meant that I gave it a good try and left some change on the counter. Sorry, guys. What? You have to potty? Well, he does have to potty. Hang on. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Here, buddy. There, I just put a pad out for him right there. So he'll use that in a second. He'll just sit next to me and go for that. Go on the pad. So, like I said, sorry. I know, girls, it's hard to believe. I live here in the Hermitage all by myself. I know it's very difficult for you guys to understand or even accept. I know. I know. I know. What do you got, Kesa? What do we got? What do you got? No, go over there. Whew. All right, hang on. Yeah, that's much better. Let's see. Is Linda feeling all right? As far as I hope, she's feeling okay. She's been her normal chipper self. Um, I mean, you guys are obviously doing okay. If you were not doing well, you would have told somebody. We would have known, and that's a really good thing. As for me, yeah, I mean, I last night I my sleep was broken, but once you get to my age, you don't, if you get 5 hours of solid sleep in one shot, you're excited about it, and then maybe you go back to bed for another two. But that's the way it works. What are you doing, Kesa? On the pad. On the pad. I will take you outside at 8 o'clock. Thank you. And we know how Hitch Up and Toe is. He's doing just fine, so he's going to be okay. No, you go on the pad. I can't take you outside. Then I'd have to take everybody outside. We can't take everybody outside. We had high winds and hard rain. Oh, wow. I did hear about a storm in that area of the world. Um, I hope that it's not as crazy as you think it is, because I would hate to see that now. But at least you got some rain. There's places that seem to be getting a ton of it, and some that don't. So I'm glad you guys are okay. Okay. What else did we do today? Nothing. Hose down the boat, flush the motors. Very, very, not as exciting day. Ah, there's Lucky Dog. There we go. I knew you were there somewhere. So, Lucky Dog, you're the new kid in the room right now. What do you want to talk about? You get to pick the topic for the next couple of minutes. Peso is right now using the pad. So if you hear anything, it sounds like running water. It's Queso. And man, I don't know if I should turn the air conditioner on. I'm telling you, but that's all right. Nice team here, right? Queso, pad. There you go. All right. So everybody's happy. Everybody's all happy with each other. This is a good news thing. We like this. But Lucky Dog, like I said, you get to pick the next topic. We're failing right now because the first topic was a store I don't know, and then after that we were talking about crocodile mating habits. I mean, we're going crazy. I've been working on my ancestry all afternoon. How about a chat about our ancestors? Okay. Let's see. My ancestry, I don't know a whole lot about. Okay. Um, I know that there was an Italian side, the Pezzatoro, the Pescucci side, and then the German side, which was my grandfather, but my grandfather is not my mother's father. He adopted her. Okay, her natural father was German, I believe. We don't know. So where did I come from? As far as I know, there was a blizzard in Livingston, New Jersey one morning, and I just showed up, and there I was. They shook me out. They put me in an incubator for a couple days, and then that's the end of that. That's all I know. So how about yours? Let's ask that question. Let's reverse that. Case, are you coming back? Hang on. Talk about yourselves. Queso has returned. And yes, I do know a lot of those places are very flat. Right where I am, it's very, very flat. If there's a lot of high winds, they will close the main road into here because there are areas that it is just completely wide open, and a truck could very easily just fall over. So, Sue's ancestors from Cornwall, England. I know. Okay, I know that my grand great great grandparents came from either Milan or not Palermo. Um, Milan, I'm absolutely sure. I'm not sure about the other city, but Milan is for sure. And the German side came from the base of the Black Forest. Okay, in farm country. That's all I know. I really don't know anything else. You know, I think that they didn't give me any interest in my ancestry because they didn't want me to go back and find anybody. Because, well, let's face it, would you want this to come find you? No, you don't want that to come find you. You know, the same reason that my mother said what I said the other day. My mom wanted to name me the first thing she said when she saw me the day I was born. And unfortunately, the words "Oh my God, I'm so sorry" did not fit on a birth certificate, so it's Carl. Well, we're watching them, Queso. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They are. That's why Sue is a patsy eater. Pasty. Pasties. Dough, meat stuffing. Is that right? Is that pasty? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had one. Somebody clue me in. I have no idea what a pasty is, and I'm not turning on the other computer to find out. I have no idea. I mean, I can do derivatives all day long, but I don't know what a pasty is. Oh, so it is. It's dough, I guess, some sort. I don't know if it's a potato dough or regular dough. It's kind of like a pot pie, but it's its own little thing. Is that right? Flaky crust, food in it. My brother did a little folder with the family history about 2 years ago. I'll be honest, I don't have any of that. I have a little bit. My mom told me, maybe a little bit. My grandmother. I have no idea. I really, really don't. Other than what I told you. Um, I, you know, Other things I can tell you. Yes, the Detroit pasties are attached to the nipples. That. Hey, that's Captain Jack. Wait a second. I'm on you. I'm doing your show. Wait, do you want to be a guest? Unless you guys are, unless you guys are busy at the museum thing. Pasties. Now those I know what they are. I also know because I know things. I just know that they're edible. They're not very tasty, but they're edible. However, what they're stuffed with is delicious. All right, there. Hitch up and tell. That's about as good as you're getting for a dirty joke for me today. Stop. Go back to the nipples. All right, that's fine. Other than quesos or mine, I haven't seen one in, oh God, I can't remember. So I kind of remember what they look like. I have an anatomy book somewhere laying around here. So let's stop that. That's just silly sauce. So, but yes, lots of fun today. There's Captain Jack who stopped in, that which is great. Thank you, Jack. We are doing our clumsy best without you here today. Is what the Cornish call rutabagas. I don't know that. I know two things about rutabagas because, shameless promotional plug. I used to be a produce manager. Okay, way back in forever. Number one, I know a rutabaga is a particular type of vegetable. It's a root vegetable, and the other thing is that they taste disgusting. I absolutely do not like them. Some people love them. You have all. They're gross. So we do not eat rutabagas. Pasties I've never had. Pasties I've had. Um, and I don't like rutabagas. Okay, we wrapped that up there. That's good. So let's see. Uh, Other than that, it is like I said, just an interesting, quiet day. Right? Not a lot of stuff. Fun on the water. Um, I'll be back on that side tomorrow. and then Monday back to the backcountry, and then Tuesday, Wednesday I'm off. So hopefully this Tuesday I will be able to go to town. I think that could sweet away diced potatoes, onions, ground beef, and a pat of butter. Okay, so now we're learning something. I don't know because I've never had this. And I didn't know Cornish following no carrot rule. I had no idea. I like cooked carrots, but I don't like raw carrots. So that's interesting. I don't know why they would follow a no carrot rule. Because every beef pot pie I've ever had or venison pie has always had peas and carrots in it. So I have no idea. Wait a second, I'm missing stuff. First video for the museum is up and seen it at 30 minutes from the live streams, which is worth the replay. We will be getting there tonight or tomorrow because I don't have to go to work until 9:15 tomorrow morning. So I will make sure I stop by and look at that. Nancy, it's okay that you're lost. It's all right. The most important thing is that you're here, and we're all going to die a little bit until we see you in your outfit at your brother's fourth wedding. All of us are going to be sitting here with bated breath waiting for that. Don't skimp on the makeup and make sure you get something, a little off the shoulder. Go for it. I heard there was a Swede in the woodshed. I didn't know. I mean, the jokes that my colleague and I tell on the boat are always the same. People here in the U.S. like to add carrots and peas, but I like it traditional. Otherwise, it becomes a pot pie. Well, I love pot pie, so that makes it. Haven't had one in 2 years. Sounds about right. Then again, last week when I got the tires and I went to town to get the tires, and I sat down in an open air cafe to eat something, was probably the first time in over a year and a half that I went to a restaurant. So that tells you what kind of sheltered life I live. So let's see. Cornish pasties have diced beef. Michigan pasties might use ground beef. Okay. I love both of those. That sounds delicious. I'm guessing I'm going to have to look up a recipe and figure out how to make those things here in the rig because I'm not sure we can do that. I have an oven I've never used. Okay. I've lived here almost a year. I use the oven to store things like peanuts, but I have not ever, turned on the oven. I've used the stove once, maybe. Um, but most of the time when I cook, it is the Instant Pot. Peas are my favorite. Yes, they are my favorite. Queso likes peas too. I love peas. Lima beans. Lima beans are awesome. What else do we like? Mixed vegetables. I love mixed vegetables. Um, I could eat those all the time because that's the carrots and potatoes and the peas and the green beans and everything else. I like green beans, wax beans. Okay. What other vegetables do I really like? Sweet potatoes, which is not really a vegetable. I do like sweet potato. I do like yams. Okay, I can eat those. Uh, any type of potato is my friend. I like jellos in my boots. Is that perverse? No, it's just messy. And remember what Rule 42 says. It means anytime you mention something like that, there is somewhere on the internet that actually will cater to that. So now somebody's going to want to watch it. I don't know why, but hey. So let's see what else. So those are the vegetables. Like I said, everybody's good with that. Um, if I decide to make the chicken and do it a different way, I might make chicken rice soup, which would be very simple. Instead of adding the other stuff, chicken, throw in some chicken broth, cook the chicken right in the chicken broth, and then throw in some mixed vegetables and maybe a little bit of white rice and done. Okay, and I saw a Cornish pasty made with a little flour and butter to make a little internal gravy. Okay, that sounds good. It to me it just sounds like a thicker pot pie, but that sounds good. Now I'm getting hungry. Now we're getting hungry for dinner. Shouldn't have done that. Nah, you shouldn't have done that. But like I said, I'm very, very happy with all of that. So let's see. We're getting toward 9:45. We're going to end at 8 o'clock because you guys don't have time to waste. And, I do not want to see your entire evening wasted with me. Okay. Or on me. So, what is the last things we're going to talk about besides food because you're making me hungry, guys? I love spouts, but my arse doesn't. I have no idea what spouts. Take the chicken out of the freezer. I don't have to take the chicken out of the freezer. It's in the refrigerator. It's been defrosted all day. Little planning ahead when you get up at 4 a.m., right? Today, my job was at 7:30. I had to run over. Okay, they were a little shorthanded, so I had to help unlock the canoes, unlock all the oars and the paddles and everything else. We had to move 2 or 3 kayaks into the water to get ready for people. And then I ran back here, got a shower, right? And then put on my beautiful bright orange shirt you guys have seen and took a run right back to fed queso and then took a run right back to work. I didn't have time for breakfast. Okay. This live is fun. Well, thank you, Jack. I am certainly, I certainly can't be as well behaved and as good as you, but I appreciate you letting me know that and thanking you, profusely for letting me be kind of the fill-in host with you while you are out and about. And I appreciate that very much because if you didn't trust me, you wouldn't let me do that. I'm stuffed. Tina and I pigged out the famous cottage bar, as you said you were going to. Let's see if I turn on a light and see what happens. You know what, Linda? You know what, Nancy? I'm going to turn that light off. And that's because we've now discovered something very important, or you guys have discovered something very important. I look great in low light. But once you turn that on, yeah, it's getting a little ugly. So what are you doing, Queso? Captain Jack's here. Here, I show you. He didn't see you yet. Listen to that snort. Look at you. Look at you. You are so photogenic. Look at you. Look at you. Better with the light off. No kidding. I told you I look better in low light. Face for radio and a voice for print. Isn't that what they say? I mean, my second wife wouldn't even have a nightlight in the bedroom. She just didn't want to be bothered. So, nice lady. She had her own problems. Thank you all for being such a great community. I feel so blessed having friends like you all. Guess what? I was just saying that exact same phrase at work. Okay. Um, so I was just talking about how excited I was to do this live stream with everybody and what a great community of people we have. And we're also supportive and help each other. And I was excited today to do this. Yes, when you do turn it off, you will look like Brad Pitt. My wallet is way smaller. Sorry. And you walked right into that. I mean, and let's face it, ladies, you ain't here for the good looks and the cooking. We've already done that game. Now you're here for the money. And that's great. Because I don't have a lot. So that's going to make things easy. He had the huge cottage burger. He ate it all. Kentucky Bourbon Burger King had the huge cottage burger. Excellent. Great. I am so glad you got you stuffed your belly. That is awesome. You know, there has to be at least one day sometime where you stop counting calories and you stop looking at cholesterol. And you know what? You just have to enjoy yourself. And Jack, you earned it, man. I'm so glad. What do we? Let's see if we can try to do that. Hang on. What happens if I star the comment? Okay. Guess you can't post comments here from the phone here, but I starred the comments. So there you go. Well, we tried. We'll take some time with it. And we're still experimenting with all the tools here. So let's see, what else can we do in our next last 10 minutes? Where are we going to go here? We could do the ultimate debate and say, should I cook the chicken with ramen or should I go with rice? I mean, these are the big conversation starters we're going to have now. What do you think, Queso? Queso doesn't care. He loves ramen. It doesn't bother him at all. Right? We got one starred comment. Okay, to discuss. Oh, starring is so you can discuss it. You can't just throw it up there. Apparently, you can't do that. I can't take a comment and put it over here when I'm on the phone, but that's all right. Live and learn. We're figuring it out. I know the answer. Rice and peas. Okay. Well, if I did it that way, then I couldn't put it in a tortilla. Okay. Rice and beans, like pinto beans, might be good because that can be put into a tortilla with some cheese. Well, I want to know why they call them refried beans. Because when you take pinto beans and you cook them, you then mash them up. And when you mash them up, then you fry them very lightly. You fry that, you put it back in the heat again. So that's why they're called refried. And I happen to like refried beans. I love pinto beans. They're delicious. Queso loves refried beans. Okay, we as long as I make them smooth enough so he can sop them up, yeah, he'll definitely do that. No problems. So I think we're going to have to go with I think we're going to have to go with the Linda suggestion. I think it's going to be chicken, yellow rice, and either black beans or pinto beans. I think that's where we're going to go. Thank you, Linda. I think we'll put the ramen aside for today. Where else are we going, buddy? What are we doing today? But they were not fried in the first place. No, they were not. Okay. Those frijoles were not fried. They were soaked and boiled, and then they were fried. They call them refried beans, I guess, because they added heat twice. Hey, look, I am not Anthony Bourdain, man. I'm not the blonde guy who yells at everybody. I'm not that guy. I'm just a humble man. Excuse me, a simple cook. That's all I can do. I used to be the big chef. I used to be the guy who lived in the big house, and I would make two-course meals for my girl. You know, Italian wedding soup and baked chicken, for example. I would do that. Any other Saturdays, Sundays when she was out with her daughter on the softball field, that would be my special thing. Or really cold chicken and dumplings, right? Real good comfort food. And now I only cook for me and Queso. So my meals are way simpler. There's there's nobody around for me to make a two-course meal with. You can't be a hermit with all these other people. Just simply doesn't work. How do you season your beans? I use when I'm just eating beans, it's usually liquid smoke, onion. If unless queso's having it, then I leave the onion out, and or adobo. A very simple pot of beans that way. If I have leftover pinto beans, I do mash them and make them refried beans, and then whatever leftover beef or chicken I have, I just stuff it into a tortilla and just I eat. I don't really worry too much about it anymore. I want to try your biscuits and gravy. I'm feeling brave. I think you're talking chicken and dumplings. Okay. I haven't. I have a bread maker, but I haven't made bread in months. Okay. What? No Mexican food hitch? No, that's fine. Um, I don't eat stuff that's too spicy. I like my food to be, have a little bit of a bite, but I don't want to turn it into a challenge to eat it. So sometimes we'll throw in green peppers, raw onion, that type of thing. And the Mexican food I had the other day was authentic Mexican food. I had some flautas and they were crispy, they were fried. The meat was in there. They had some kind of weird rice. I didn't get it. It had it was almost like that. It was orange and it had carrots in it. Okay. And it was not where I wanted it to be. The refried beans were delicious. So I was dipping the flautas in the refried beans. I took one of the flautas, took it apart, and gave it to Queso. That was hidden. And this was not ground beef. This was strips of beef. Like somebody taking a brisket and it was falling apart. Indian food is big over here. I'm sure it is. It's okay. It has to be. I have to be in the mood for it. Make a big batch. A week later, we are having refried squared X5 to the nth power. Yeah. Hey, look, I have no argument with beans at all. Reason I have an argument with beans is because they're a high protein source, right? And because what I do for a living, I need that. So what's good is good, right? I do enjoy Mexican food. Wake up. I do enjoy Indian food from time to time, but not a whole lot of it. I believe I like German food a little bit more, and Italian food, forget it. Delicious. I can't get any Italian food down here. I mean, if you guys want to cry, I have not had any good Italian food in about 18 months. And that was probably the last time I made a pot of gravy. And I did my thing. And I enjoyed that. But I don't have a big house anymore. And I have nobody to cook for. So why would I do that? That's silly. How you doing, Queso? You hanging tight? Hey man, it's getting late. You have only about 4 more minutes. Let's go. Come on, I can't carry the whole thing. We have to hitch up. We need another dirty joke. Somebody have some type of really bad innuendo that I can make fun of. Please throw something in there. Here, I'll look. Nancy Drew, how do I look? I look better. Yes, the attention was interesting, and I understand why those things were everywhere. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I just did a party foul. My neighbor next door to me, which I'm not going to turn around, is I just moved, and when I did that, um, I set off their motion light. Okay, which is bad because that means that because they have the same light that I do, but it means that when I moved, I set their light off. So I don't want to. I will have to pull my shades at some point in time, so we don't do that. Okay. So let's see. I'll still go back in the dark. Yo, in the dark. There we go. I bet Brad Pitt has a big wallet. Yes, yes, he does. I Mine gets me along, but everybody has to understand. I know it's difficult for you guys to believe because I am a hermit, but and you're not going to believe what I'm about to say. There is absolutely no line out the door here of women begging to get in here. I know it's crazy. I know you're not going to believe it, but no, there's no line. There's no take a number machine out there. It's crazy. I know it's nuts. Hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe. His porridge is just right. Wonderful. That's a good one, Hitch. I like that. That's a good one. Who did you think it was? Yeah. She was hoping for something a little bigger, like a wallet. Sorry, ladies. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. Let's take a look. See what's going on. Yeah. It's getting dark, probably. Yeah. Hey man, like I said, I understand. I didn't it didn't bother me when my first wife called me by a different name because it meant that she couldn't use that in court, which I thought was fine. All right, Casey, you almost ready? Ready to wrap it up? Come here. All right. It is now. What time is it? Look at the time. What does that say there? Right there. What's that say? It's 8 o'clock. Right? And that means that I am not going to waste any more of your time this evening because you have lives and people to love and things to do. So this was fun. Thank you, Jack, for letting me fill in for you today. I appreciate that very much. And I am going to say good night to all of you. Queso and I are going to get ready to start making dinner, and we're going to release you to your normal scheduled programming. So thank you all very much for stopping by. I appreciate all of you being here. This was a lot of fun to do. I thank Jack for letting me fill in for him. I appreciate that very much. Okay. So, does anybody have anything else they need out of me for the rest of the day? And it looks like we're on our way out. Thanks, guys. Lots of fun. Thank you, Jack, for letting me do this for you. But we look forward to you next Saturday because I'm nowhere near as good at you with this. So it was a lot of fun. So, again, from Queso and from Carl, the Hermit with Wi-Fi, we're going to say you guys have a brilliant Saturday. Hopefully, I will be able to do a video tomorrow. I don't have to go into work early, so I should have enough time to do it. All right. I will. I'm sorry, Wednesday. I will see you Wednesday, Jack, because that's actually one of my days off. So good night, everyone. Um, remember, the difference between the good kids and the bad kids is just the good kids don't get caught. We are going to end our broadcast. See you Wednesday.